And I just kind of randomly came across this whole Pecha Kucha thing from a friend of mine in North Carolina told me about events going on over there. And so I just looked online on Meetup and found this, and so I'm here. Position the belt cap retainer over the opener sprocket so that the two holes in cap align with the two holes in mounting plate. Attach with hex screws provided. That's from a technical manual for a garage door opener. Not the most exciting use of language. I took a technical writing class years ago. Well, I started taking a technical writing class, but I dropped out after 3 weeks. I got bored with the first assignment, which was to write technical instructions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The goal of technical writing is to use the most plain language possible so as not to distract from the content. In other words, it's a purely functional use of language. Just the facts, man. Of course, technical manuals are useful and necessary, and I respect those who have the patience to write them. But communication can be so much more. I had a recent experience that was kind of the opposite of a technical manual. My 11-year-old nephew, Taylor, was visiting me. He told me about a phenomenon known as the drive-thru rap, where people order food at a drive-thru using a rap poem they've written. He wanted my help composing a McDonald's drive-thru rap poem so that he could be a part of this trend. I was more than happy to help him write the rap because I enjoy doing that type of thing, and because I was thinking to myself, there is no way we're actually going to do this. We had a lot of fun writing the rap together, and then he immediately wanted to go to McDonald's to do it. I said, how about tomorrow, thinking he would either forget or lose interest by then. Well, he didn't forget and he didn't lose interest. I didn't want to let my dear nephew down, so I said I will take you to the McDonald's, but you are on your own for the rap. We go to McDonald's and drive up to the menu board. I'm in the driver's seat and Taylor's in the passenger seat. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Yes, my nephew over here would like to place an order. So Taylor placed the order. Do I want a cheeseburger? No, I want a Big Mac. But hold the onions, please. Don't want to choke on that. I want a side dish too, so give me what you got. How about some French fries and make them extra hot? I want a Coca-Cola to finish my order, but don't make a diet. Won't drink that till I'm older. There's a very long, painful pause. I'm just sitting there, frozen, sure that the manager is on the way out to the car, worried there might be police involvement. But then, from the speaker, so that'll be a #1 combo, no onions, with a Coke, is that right? I look at the menu. Yeah, that is right. We pull up to the window. Taylor puts his seat down all the way, so it's just me and the cashier. I do my best to make myself invisible. Finally, I get the guts up to look up, and to my surprise, the cashier has a great big smile on his face, and he's extra friendly to us. It seemed to have made his day. And what's more, as we pulled out, we discovered that the French fries were extra hot. I've never had that hot of French fries in my life. Later, we went to the mall, and Taylor decided he wanted to do the rap for the employees at the McDonald's in the food court. I sat far away, but I was on a high stool so I could see the action. I couldn't see Taylor's face as he was doing it, but I could see the employees' faces, and they were laughing hysterically. Even a couple of customers in the vicinity were laughing. Afterward, I regretted not participating beyond the writing. I reflected on the fact that Taylor had entertained and uplifted a number of people by using communication in a creative way. I started thinking, what if we were to be more creative in our communication in our everyday lives? Imagine it, a Starbucks haiku poem. A grande mocha with whipped cream on this fall day, this will soothe my soul. Or how about some round table alliteration? A piece of pepperoni pizza would bring pure pleasure to my palate. Or a Barnes & Noble metaphor. I am ravenously craving a suspense novel that I can devour page by page with voracious gusto. I'm kind of being silly here, but kind of not. When I hear a great speaker like Martin Luther King Jr., his words impact me way beyond their literal meaning. Of course, he also had a booming voice and a commanding presence, but even just reading his speeches moves me. Author Susan Sontag said that a work of art is not just about something, it is something. I would say the same is true of communication. It's not just about something, it is something. Words are dead, buried in a dictionary until we bring them to life. We can bring them to a state of barely breathing, or we can bring them fully to life, unfolding their potential and our own. So nurture your words. Play with them. Allow them to blossom. If you need inspiration, listen to the great speeches of the 20th century or read poetry or great literature. Get a thesaurus and keep it in your workspace. Use alliteration, puns, simile, metaphor. Get imaginative, get inventive, get inspired. And if you want, come join Taylor and me on our next trip to the drive-thru.